in my own work, I've always looked for things that were almost icons of themselves, whether that's a person or a brand, an entity. These kind of mysterious global objects that projected into the future, I imagine a kind of civilization looking at these, not knowing what they were, and almost projecting a deity-like quality onto them. Thinking about these types of objects to cast, the Rimowa case was something that I had brought into the practice before. It's also just a case that I had always used in my own travels. Alex Arnaud invited me to Cologne to visit the factory. No pretext, just to kind of see a wide collection of vintage Rimowa cases. And one of the things that really stood out for me in the archive were the briefcases that were from movies. And I thought that there was something there that I could interpret. So I began this process by digging through the archive and finding an object that I felt resonance with, and approaching them with this idea to create a cast version of one of the smaller cases that would be housed inside of a newly designed briefcase. So the two objects are paired. The case itself is the case from films, updated with my own touch to it. And the object inside looks like a future relic, a fictional archaeological object of the case itself. Over the last year and a half, I've been developing the process for casting, and a lot of it was really spent on dialing in the design of the case specifically. So there's an induction letter that's kind of preparing you for it. We've redesigned the logo, made in Germany, crafted in the future. And the stickers are a reinterpretation of the traditional Rimowa man. In the case itself, redesigned kind of typical attaché case that houses the artwork. Each one comes with art handling gloves and the die-cut foam with the artwork sitting inside of it. We've also redesigned the interior, which includes a label specific to the studio that discusses the materials, the year, the materials of the exterior, and the location of discovery. We've also done some of the details on the exterior here. The Rimowa Arsham studio branding, and this very simple alteration of their logo to include the AA from my studio as well. The case obviously designed as a functional case that could be used afterwards. The object could either be taken out and presented on its own, or set up within the case in a sort of vertical format. When I'm producing editions like this, there are things that I personally want myself, and I think the editions are outside of the work that I would show in museums or galleries. It's a wider reach. To introduce this project globally, we've created these vintage ads that will be pasted up all over the world that look like they're from the 70s, but they're projecting a product in 1,000 years from now. And we're also doing this auction of the number 8 of the case, which will be with Sotheby's, and the auction will include a handwritten note from me to this person, inducting them into this universe. And proceeds from that auction will go towards Cooper Union, where I went to school. So it's a way of connecting these two things that have supported me in the past.